Hey guys, Elite Legionario here, bringing you some more Shogun 2 Total War action, another 1 vs 1. I will be up against Divinicus 90, and this is the Rivertown map, I believe it was called, which is kind of an interesting map. So my army consists of 1 unit of Yari Ashigaru, 3 units of Lone Sword Ashigaru, and 1 veteran Nodachi unit, which I'll explain why I've only got 1 veteran unit. Well, I have some others in my Bow Samurai. I've got 2 Bow Samurai over there. I've got my General and my 2 Bow Samurai, which are, not Bow Samurai, Bow Cav. One of them's a veteran, this one here. So I got them in loose formation. I just wanted to harass him on his approach, but he does have some a couple of light cav, which he's going to use well, and he's going to toss his general in there, so that'll counter me pretty good there, so I'll be forced back. He's got 2 units of Bow Ashigaru, 3 units of Yari Ashigaru, a couple which are vets I think, and 2 Katana Samurai, so he does have an infantry advantage I guess, and he's got better standard infantry, but now I'll explain why I only had that 1 vet. Because I was the better player in this, like, not the better player, that's not the way I want to put it, the higher ranked player, he was only about 3 and I was about 5, so I get stuck with a 5k army and he gets like 10k, so the difference is, well, he gets more money than me, I don't know how much more, but it is more. But the thing is, at 5k, a lot of my vets I can't like afford, so that means I rely on, like, I have to, when I use them, yes, they get lots of kills, but they don't. There's so many more opponent infantry units that I can't, kill all of them with just a couple of units. But I can't afford more infantry units if I get vets, all the vets I've got. And I mean, ordinarily with the higher ranking vets, from what I've gathered, their vets are so heavily upgraded that they can handle it, whereas opposed to my vets that are only they're only sort of halfway to a third of the way upgraded, so they don't have nearly as many upgrades, so they can't go as hard against the much more elite, or much more larger numbers rather than the really elite veterans that the much more higher ranked players have. So that's why I have a mix of those lower units. So they're not as good as his infantry, but they should be, with the support of this powerful vet unit, reasonably powerful vet unit, they should be sufficient. So sorry about that big waffling there, but I just wanted to explain that. So anyway, my Bow Cav I'm just using to harass him. I want to try and draw some of his units out, even if it's just Cav, but I mean, he used his light Cav reasonably well. Even though he's new, he appears to know what he's doing. Again though, I mean, I'm not that great at this game yet, but this map was kind of awkward in a lot of ways. These little villages and huts and things, they were kind of disrupting my formation a little bit, but I wanted to go for the sword dojo. Now the reason I'm going for the sword dojo is, as I explained, my Lone Sword Ashigaru are my main infantry for the most part, and they are just not up to his Katana Samurai, which I suspect will munch through me once he snags me on his Yari Ashigaru. So if I get that sword dojo though, it'll improve my chances, and obviously my Nodachi are going to be really decisive here. They need to be decisive because they're the veteran, or semi-veteran unit, but as you can see, they've only really got 2 upgrades anyway. So I mean, they're not even much either, so they're not going to be that super effective, whereas opposed like the other veterans, like I was explaining, they have like 6, so they're way better. So anyway, I'm using my bow cav to kind of cover my escape and cause some destruction where I can. So I've thinned out quite a lot of his units, but I make a blunder here. Now this blunder is simple. I go 2 different ways with each unit, and that means I've got to double micro my cav, and I shouldn't have done that, because now he's going to be able to trap 1 unit, which is a clever move what he does here, and he's going to kill this unit here. I'll try to get it out, and I do get some kills, but I mean, I was doing good at first, and I probably should have just sent my other bow unit right in, and I probably could have won this, but I wasn't sure. So I muck around too long, and my men break. So apparently it's a shameful display. That guy's always amusing. But while that was going on, I was harassing his guys with the other bow cav, and this unit of bow cav will be quite decisive in this fight. So he's moving up, and I've moved back to ensure that I get the sword dojo, because I suspect I will be requiring it. So here come 2. First major mistake I noticed my opponent make here is he sends up these 2 units of bow Ashigaru without bringing anything else up, no spear support. So I guess he doesn't realise just how good these guys can actually be when going on the charge. So I put a couple of arrows into him, and then I go into a tight formation, and I'm just going to charge them. And this will rout this unit of Yari Ashigaru, bow Ashigaru quite effectively. So I will destroy this unit, which is good. We are now both 1 missile unit down a piece, but this puts this one to a pretty bad beating, and I'll quickly pull out. So that routs this unit, or pretty much removes it from play. So now he's going to follow me with his light cav and his general in the hopes of killing me. Now that I see that his generals come out, I want to try and destroy him. So I'm going to turn my cav around, and even if they do get sacrificed, I'm going to bring my own cav in from the flank and try and surround him and destroy him. Using my rally ability and inspire ability, which he probably, I'm not sure he'll have just yet, because I have a slightly better avatar. But he does pull it out, but it does cost him his light cavalry unit. So that does nullify a very useful part of his army. And I haven't lost too many of my bow cav either. Well, it says they're routing, they won't stay routing. And I keep, they're back into it now, and I keep going after his general. As the general's isolated, it's unsupported, I want to destroy it. If I can kill his general, it's a much easier victory. So he does lose some numbers out of his general unit, but unfortunately I don't get the decisive edge I was actually hoping for. Which is unfortunate, because that was not what I was aiming for. But anyway, I would draw back here now. I want to use the sword dojo and the surrounding buildings here to make it difficult for him to get his men organised, which is more useful. But also want to try and make sure I keep hold of the sword dojo, because as I said, I will need the sword dojo. But a lot is going to be on these Nodachi. They are upgraded, and they are a vet unit, and of course Nodachi are rather powerful, but the Lone Sword Ashigaru by no stretch, or any of these Yari Ashigaru. I've also condensed my men to one simple line. I realise it's not going to be as effective, probably meat shielding a unit of Yari Ashigaru here, because I'm going to need all my units to be in effect here. But his bow Ashigaru are targeting me here, and my men don't have a lot of defence. I've already lost 25 men in this unit, so I'm going to reorganise my line again and come in through here. And while he's sort of semi-disorganised himself, I'm going to take advantage. Of course, I've got my general here, and I'm still having problems with my avatar. If you look, he does not. This is not how he's supposed to look, and it is annoying me. I don't know why it's doing that in the replays. Frustrating. But anyway, I charge him now. Now, I am worried about these Katana Samurai, because they are a bit better. And this unit is vetted to a certain extent, only with one upgrade obviously, but it will be a little bit better than the AV. So I bring him in, and over here he tries to outflank me, but I'm going to use my Nodachi, and I was hoping to quickly smash through these Yari Ashigaru effortlessly with my Nodachi, and then fling around his flank and surround him. But as you can see, that my Lone Sword and Ashigaru and my 2 Lone Swords are having trouble, but I do get a rear charge with my general, but he does bring in some Yari Ashigaru to intercept, so I'm going to quickly pull away from that. But the difference is my general is quite upgraded. But my combined attack over here, my Yari Ashigaru and my Lone Sword Ashigaru, does break him, and over here my Lone Sword Ashigaru start to get a little bit better at going here, and they start to actually perform quite well. And now that I can outflank him with my other units, his men do rout. And I'm using my general for hammer and anvil, so it's kind of like a classic style battle here. And he was using his general to try and destroy my Nodachi. But I'm also bringing in my remaining bow cav to run down, try and kill his general. Actually, I believe I was going after his general. As you can see, I'm just going to keep my assault going, and I'm bringing my Nodachi round the flanks. Now, these buildings were useful, they were obstructive to him, which was good. I'm going to bring my general in to rally and inspire, and I'm going to go straight for his general. So I'm bringing my Nodachi in for his general, and I know once his general's dead, it is over. So if I can kill his general. So he's fallen, so that brings him down, basically. So that does actually defeat my opponent. I always try to get generals if I can, because it is always a very good way to ensure a much more quicker and decisive victory. So it's only a close victory apparently, but I still have a few men left, so what the game considers close and what I consider close is different in my opinion, because sometimes you can end with a good 500 men and they still consider it close, but that's half your army in a lot of cases. So there I was practicing my use of the bow cav. I was doing good until the point where I made the mistake of running them in two different directions when they were retreating. I should have gone the same way, but because of the obstructive nature of the buildings, it was kind of a little bit harder to get them go where I wanted them to go, so I kind of rushed it a bit there, so that was a bit of a mistake on my part. This should be ready to come through in a minute. But I mean, I'm still, that's the first time I recall you were fighting on that map, so I don't actually know the maps very well either. So once I know the maps, I assume I will start to know what units might perform better in certain maps, because I mean, that's how you can apply it to other Total War games, but I think that'd be very particular with Shogun 2. So, let's have a look at the unit statistics. As you can see, my general got 80. He was actually kind of like my heavy cav unit, if you will, in this fight. I'm cautious with my general, but I do, however, like to get him into the action because it's good for experience for him. Plus, I just like the idea of a general getting into the fray. It's just lead by the front kind of thing. My Nodachi, the Fist of Glory, 129 kills, 27 losses. They were pretty damn effective. But this unit of Bocab though, I'm really pleased with it. I got 144 kills. This other one got 50 as well, so it didn't like it didn't do good before it got destroyed. But this one, 144 kills, which was really good. I was pleased with that. This Lone Sword got destroyed. This one did good. This one did Av, not too bad. Only got a few more losses than it did kills, so it's not too bad. This Miyari Ashigaru, that worked out good. So Divinicus 90. Let's see, his general got 40, so he did get his general into the fray. Used his light cav quite well because he kept me having to micro the crap out of my bow cav, which was good. But I think we made the big mistake was when he let his Yari Ashigaru, not Yari Ashigaru, his Bow Ashigaru get ahead. And as you can see, they took heavy casualties. This one did get 61 though, so that was impressive. And his second legion here, the Katana Samurai, one of his vets, they did 68, which they broke a unit and it looked kind of bad for me there at a point, but it came right. But I just sort of used the sort of buildings and huts to disrupt them because I saw how much it was disrupting me when I was trying to move into them. So I thought, well, I'm going to try and disrupt him, and then I used my bow cav to draw him out a bit. So good game to Divinicus 90. I enjoyed it, man. If you ever get to see this, it'd be great. If my channel ever gets big enough. But I'm happy with what I've got anyway. So I had 870 men too, 362 losses and 716 kills. And he had 1,050, 719 losses and 358 kills. So he did have a couple of hundred more men than me, more or less. But anyway, great game to him. And I certainly hope you guys enjoyed. If you got advice for me for Shogun 2, I'm all ears. Any advice from Empire Total War, Napoleon when I get to it, I will get to it, and Shogun 2 I will take, because, I mean, even the other two, Rome and Medieval, of course I'll take, but I'm much better at those ones than I am at this. But anyway guys, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon next time.